Author Tuvia Tenenbom, shalom.
Shalom, hello, how you doing?
Doing fine,
It's
thank you very
very
much.
good to see you, Yoni.
Thank you very much for coming
My
to our
beloved
studio.
of Jerusalem.
You're here in our studio in Jerusalem, and you wrote many books. And to write your books, you go into a society, if it's Americans, Europeans, Haredim, the ultra-Orthodox, and now the so-called settlers. Tell us about this new book. It's not in English yet, but it will be.
Yeah, it's going to be in English. It comes out in Hebrew this week, and it comes in a month or two. It's going to be in English. And the same name. Excuse me. Is this yours?
And you're talking about the land
We're
of
talking
Israel.
about the land. You're talking about the land. Yes. So what is the questions that you have, and I'm going to answer it.
So first of all, is it ours?
That's the questions that I want to know. For this, you have to read all the book, all the pages, and then we'll find out. I think, yes.
So let's talk about the experience. You go and you live with the residents of Judea and Samaria for 8 months.
Yeah,
but
a
you
little bit more,
move from place to place.
Yeah, every 2-3 weeks from another place, and this is very interesting because, I've been there before, a few times, but up to now, I did what every journalist alive does. You go into the place for 2-3 hours, usually with a fixer, a press tour, and if you like the right-wing opinion, vision or visuals, you go with Regavim. If this kind of...
or you drink some wine.
Yeah, drink some wine, and if you like the other one, you go with Shuvrim Shtika, breaking the silence, and they take you to the beautiful Palestinians and the horrible settlers.
So what did you do?
And that's you do 2-3 hours, and then you write a book. Or you write articles, and you write books, and you do movies, call them settlers.
You become an expert.
You are an expert, And now I don't like to do that like that. If I write a book about them, and I have to live with them. So, with my wife and I, we moved in to the West Bank, Yehuda Shomron, whatever you want to call it.
And every 2 weeks you moved?
And every 2 weeks, from one settlement to the other.
And it wasn't only the...
I rented a car, a very nice Trailblazer, a car with 72 kilometers on it. I mean, it's like it went through the bris milah with me. I mean, it was like mama's a baby.
Now, every 2 weeks you moved. It wasn't just the official settlements. You were also on the hilltop
everything.
outposts.
Hilltops, gvaot, hills, tops, chavot, farms, whatever you want to call them. Religious, not religious. Like Barkan, not religious, Patzel, not religious, very different. And of course, Elon More, Itzar, Adehad,
and the hilltops.
And the hilltops. So I really lived with the people, and it's very different if you live with the people.
Exactly. You're familiar with the residents of Judea and Samaria. What surprised you?
First of all, many things surprised. First of all, the land itself, it's very, very small. I never knew. I thought, when I am driving, and I go from this point, on this end and to this end, will take me an hour and a half or 2 hours and a half. In between, it takes me like 30 minutes. Realize how small it is. You thought that from point A to B, before, when they drove you, that from point A and B, it takes an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever it is. And then you realize, no, if you go through A, if you drive and you go through the A areas, it's basically 8 to 10 minutes. You realize how small the whole place is. It's a tiny, tiny place. Anybody who think about two-state solution and forget if you're right-wing, left-wing, or centrist, or whatever it is, it's just impossible. It's like take a studio apartment in New York City, in the Upper East Side, which is a small studio apartment, and divide it into 2 families, and every family has children. I mean, can you do that? Practically, no. Here too, it's impossible to do it.
And regarding the residents, what did you learn?
And then regarding the residents, you learn, what surprised me the most, because if you live there, and you see the places, and forget if you're religious or not, most of the stories of the Bible, 80 to 90% of the stories of the Bible take place in that area. It doesn't take place in Tel Aviv, it doesn't take place in Ramat Gan, it doesn't take place in Haifa. It takes place in that area. Here, Abraham went with the white donkey. Here, Moses was on Har Nebo, looked and didn't move. Here is Shiloh, or the Mishkan was. Here, every place you go, Grizim, on the Arab Valley, it's like, here is Shechem.
The land of the
first stop, of your forefather. Here is everything.
Okay.
All the stories. And then you say to yourself, excuse me, this land, Israel won in a war almost 60 years ago. And I want to know, why is this called all kind of names? Yudav Shomron is not the real name of this. Yudav Shomron is all of Israel. You know, Agada Maravi, the West Bank.
You're saying basically, where's the sovereignty?
Where is the sovereignty? You know, and it's like others. They call it Agada Maravi. Have you ever been in the Jordan River? To call for this, you know, under this name, which is like a tiny river, dirty. You know, you can jump from one side to the other to call the whole area. You know, West Bank. I mean, it's like
So what answers did you hear when you said to the leaders, "Why is there no sovereignty?" What did they answer?
I asked them, "Why is there no sovereignty?" 2-3 years ago, I mean, when you formed the government, the prime minister didn't have a majority, only with you. Why didn't you make it a condition to annex the land? So Tuvia, it's not annex, it's a ribonut, it's a sovereignty. I said, call it anything you want, call it HR. Why didn't you make a condition of the HR? You know, the prime minister would have given it to you, because otherwise you would have no.
So what's the answer?
Coalition. Tuvia, you came here to stick it to me? Is that why you came to me? I'm saying, I'm sorry, but la piloti. I'm saying, excuse me, I'm just asking a question. I know, I understand, you are used to journalists who ask you, why are you doing it, and Retzacham, why do you do genocide? And I'm asking you totally opposite questions. But give me an answer. I didn't come to la piloti, I didn't come to put you down.
So one of the answers you get is, we can't do it now. We'll do it, but not now.
We can do it here, we can do it now, we can do it now.
The world, the Americans, the politicians.
Excuse me. You have a yarmulke on your hand. Don't you have faith? Don't you have faith? If you believe, this is the soul of Judaism. God, forget if you believe or not, but this is the story the Bible tells us. God is obsessed with this land. He gave it to you. That's what you say. Can't you believe that He'll protect you here? Where is your faith?
And that's why you call this book, excuse me,
is this yours? Yeah. If this is yours, take it. Call it mine. Why don't you call it yours? Where is your faith? And that's what shocked me.
In addition to that criticism,
Yeah.
you're inspired by the residents, by the youth.
By the youth. I mean, the most inspiring, opposite to what people think, you know, is the ones that are called Iltap youth. You know, I know there are Meshugoyim amongst them, but there is Meshugoyim among any society. Even in Yale University, you'll find a lot of idiots. Even in Harvard, you'll find some stupid nuts. I mean, I'm sorry, New York University, I learned that. You know, there are stupid nuts there.
So tell us about the inspiration.
You know, but most of them are really people who believe. And they see their parents, their leaders, doing nothing to protect this land. Meantime, the Palestinians built houses all over, tens of thousands of houses, new houses, no windows because nobody lives there, just to take possession of the land. And these young people say, my leaders, don't destroy these properties. Those Palestinian houses, they make our settlements, whatever you call them, not able to move, to spread, because there are houses over there. So if you don't take action, I'm going to take action. So they go what they call chava, which is a little nothing, a little tent, you know, on some giva, on some hill, you know, on some mountain.
But to create the presence.
To create a presence, and then they go with with some animals, you know, it's like with a lamb or whatever, or with cows, you know, and they farm the land, and that's how they protect the land. I mean, they are doing it obviously because you are doing nothing.
Wow.
For
now you also,
almost 60 years, you have been doing nothing. You have been talking how much you believe. You have made your kippahs longer and your payas bigger, you know, but that's it. It's just visuals. Inside, you don't believe. That's what that book is about.
Now, on the other side are those who oppose, some would define them as radical left. You were with them as well.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, it's like...
What did you learn from them?
I learned from them, you know, there's like this story, this like Pa'il Shalom, you know.
An activist.
Peace activist, a Jewish one, who is very pro-Palestinians. You know, he thinks the Palestinians are unbelievable. And very much against the Israelis. He thinks they are the worst. And he's Jewish, of course. He lives in Tel Aviv. And one day I said to him, let's go to Nablus. It's area A. He drives to area A. We go to area A. We have the Nablus. And then I said to him, let's go to Balata. which is
Dangerous. That's
Yeah,
dangerous.
that's what you call dangerous. It's Hamas.
Hamas area.
Hamas plus, Hamas kosher plus, Glat Hamas.
Glat Hamas.
They say.
Okay.
It's like, So we go there, we drive there, we get out of the car, we move, we walk on the streets over there, and then we hear the Shabab, the young Palestinians, and they point to us and say, Hum al-Yahud, they are
Jewish.
Jews.
So
And
were you scared?
I'm okay with this. I've been in those places.
You're not
forever.
familiar with the term.
I'm familiar with the term. I say, Wallah, ya shabab, kif halkum? Wallah, young people, how you doing? Everything is good with me. You call me whatever you want.
However,
Actually, I am German, as a Nazi. And he got scared.
the activist, the peace activist, was scared of the people that he wants to work with.
Tuvia, it's not safe here. Let's get out of here. Now. I'm just like, if you want, I say, I have a klal, I have a rule. If I am in a Palestinian area, in a refugee camp or whatever you call it, and one of us is afraid, we move. I was there with his girl, with his wife, with my wife was there too, with the four of us.
Then when you went out,
we went out, go in the car, get out of Balata. I say, amongst us, you are the only one who got scared. You, the Palestinian lover, got scared. I am not favoring the Palestinians all the time. I don't justify what they are doing. You justify. And I didn't get scared. I was okay with it. You. And then he said, he cares something after Palestinians. I say, look, you are not a Palestinian lover. You are like the rest of those peace activists. What drives you is the hate of your mothers and sisters.
The hate.
The hate, the hate of the other Jews. You trust the Palestinian much less than I would ever do that. I will ever do. Look at me. I don't justify them, but I feel okay with them. I go, but you are scared of them. Inside of you.
So
it's very easy to be a peace lover in Tel Aviv, when the Palestinians are just a concept. But when I take you to Palestinians, you have never been to Shechem, you have never been to Nablus. Not to say Balata. You are with them, you are scared. It's not the love of the Palestinians or justification of Palestinians or the right of the Palestinians that drives you. What drives you is your hate to your brothers and sisters. Your hate of yourself.
And regarding this hate, this book will be translated, of course, to many languages. It's obvious that you will be getting many reactions of hate, of how are you even normalizing these settlers?
I'm okay with everything. I'm not afraid. No way. Well, it's like, I believe in a normal discussion. If you think, no headlines, no, just give it to me.
Bringing the real story.
Give me the real story. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why.
And that's what it's all
Have you
about.
seen this Norag vote besides in BBC or in Guardian, who are always against Israel anyway? Have you met those people? Have you sat with them for a cup of coffee?
And you
I mean,
did.
first of all, they're human beings.
And you did, Tuvia, and that's the story. That's how you work, and this is really fascinating. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. I wish you all the best. Much luck, and may God watch over you and make you happy and healthy for the rest of your life.
You too.
And may
Chag
you live
Sameach.
for many years. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.